Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Rev Scale Models coming at you with a update on my build for the Jim Parashakis Italia front group build, the Fiat G55 torpedo bomber. Finally got the camouflage on. I've been going back and forth trying to get the tight little squiggly lines that I have in some reference pictures, practicing with the airbrush, my dual action airbrush. I'm just not so comfortable with it just yet, so I wasn't quite able to get the lines like I wanted without it having some issues with spitting, and so I'm sure the paint wasn't thin enough or the pressures were off. But so I decided to go back to what I'd done using to do the camouflage on the Spad biplane, which was to use the Silly Putty. And what I did, I rolled it out like this to get into a thin snake-like, rope-like consistency. And then what I did is I took my hobby knife and just cut it into little pieces like that, and then I would flatten each one of them out into a small shape and then apply it onto the plane like that. And then to make it give the to where I wouldn't just have just perfectly rounded lines, I took a Tamiya pointed extra small triangular cotton swab and just pushed down on the edges to kind of make an uneven ridges and uneven pattern in it, and I could then move it around into the shape that I wanted to try to get the dark green portion as close as possible to simulate the squiggly line. So then when you spray over everything, I took a picture of what it looked like when I had it completely covered, and then once you spray, you just roll it right off. It comes right back off, and then you put it together. And I mean, the Silly Putty, those of y'all who have played with it when you were little, I mean, it just goes right back together. So that's what I did. I didn't get quite the look that I wanted. I mean, it was close, but some of the lines were still a little bit farther away than what I wanted, but I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, it's definitely a contrast with the green and the tan, so I'm happy with it. So now I've got to paint the canopy and then get to work on the other parts. So then once I put some clear on this, I'll put a few decals on it. I hope they don't tear up. They were pretty old. And then go from there. So this is just a quick update, show where I'm at. It took me a while to get to this point because I've been toying with this camouflage pattern, doing some practice, and I just had to wind up kind of settling for this look. But I think it turned out pretty well. It still has kind of the look that I wanted, even though it's not exactly what I wanted, but I'm good with that. So anyway, so that's my update. See you next time. Again, howdy toddy and God bless.